Everybody, welcome back, and let's jump into some tidbits because I found a few. I always do, except for yesterday. Anyway, we're going to start with US Bank. US Bank will from time to time do double cashback deals on US Bank offers. So this is akin to Bank America deals, Chase offers, American Express offers. These are cashback at retailers that you may visit or maybe trying to tempt you into to visit with cashback offers. So from June 12th to June 14th of 2024, you will get double cashback offers in the US Bank app. Sure, all you'd have to do is just go in, activate it, go shopping, get whatever that percentage is back. So if it's a 5% offer, typically it'll be a 10% offer. If it's a 10% offer, typically it'll be a 20% offer. I think US Bank uses the same backend service as Chase and Bank America deals, although I could be wrong. But other banks do this as well. It's just a way to encourage you to either try a new retailer, or if it's a retailer that you go to, make sure you go to that retailer for whatever percent cash back there is for you. I know American Express offers in the last calendar year have made about $62, and on Chase I've made about 90 to 100. So there you go. Offer available for you again, June 12th to June 14th, if that's something that you want to do. Check out the US Bank app and website for those. So we're going to move on from that to Hilton. And Hilton, a number of months ago, announced a partnership with AutoCamp. This is a camping and Airstream rental company that would allow you to rent at campgrounds and rent a Airstream at various locations. They have launched their first property on the Hilton Honors website. It is going to be in Cape Cod, and a night off-peak is about 62,000 points or $225. Now, for these sites, when you're on site, if you make purchases on site, you won't necessarily be earning Hilton points, but you will earn Hilton points for booking. You can use your Hilton points for booking, and they will recognize Hilton status. Now, the status recognition might leave something to be desired, but you're choosing to go camping in the woods with Hilton points. So trade-offs maybe? Anyway, those amenities are, if you are Hilton Silver, you get 2 eco-friendly bottles of water. Sorry. Don't know what that means. Pretty vague. Be hilarious if they give it to you in a plastic bottle, which they probably will. If you are Hilton Gold, you'll get the same 2 water bottles and a bundle of firewood for your stay. Pretty solid. If you're Hilton Diamond, you'll get the 2 bottles of water, the bundle of firewood, and a s'mores kit. Very important, that s'mores kit. So there you go. Somebody calculated the valuation on the conversion of those points to cent per point for redemption to something like 0.75. If you enjoy camping and want to do so on a AutoCamp campground, you can book with Hilton points. You're probably doing it more for the experience than the cent per point, let's be honest. So if you want to go camping or using an Airstream or utilizing that method of booking, it's starting to roll out. Starting in Cape Cod, I'm sure other locations will be added soon. So let's move on to our next story, and that is Capital One has turned on the ability to move credit lines between your cards online and be able to shut down your cards online, being that you, the customer, can do these things without having to call and reallocate or having to call and cancel your card. This will be really helpful for me after I finish my business with the kind of useful. Maybe I'll keep the safer one for that and just keep my existing credit line over, keep my existing credit line there, be able to close my Quicksilver account, let that age out for 10 years, and not have any major issues with my credit report for about 10 years. Seems like a wise play, but definitely a good move for Capital One. I don't say that often, but good on Capital One for being able to move your credit lines between cards online and be able to cancel your cards online as well. Welcome to the 21st century. I thought you were the tech forward bank. So we're going to move on from Capital One, and we're going to talk about Bilt Alaska. This broke yesterday. I didn't do tidbits yesterday. I didn't make a video on this yesterday just because it wasn't such a big announcement that it warranted its own video. So I'm going to talk about it here. Bilt Alaska are now live with being able to use your Alaska mileage credit card. Not the business card, but your personal Alaska Miles card to pay rent in the Bilt portal. It's going to carry a 3% fee. I didn't necessarily think that was the greatest idea, but I understand where they're coming from the business side of things, so I can absolutely look past that because you're going to get 3 times Alaska miles per dollar spent on rent That spend will count toward your companion pass spend on the Alaska card and will count toward EQ Elite Qualifying Miles spend on the Alaska Miles card. So if you spend, let's say, $2,000 a month on rent, you will spend enough in 5 months to get your 4,000 Elite Qualifying Miles. You'll pick up your companion pass in that first 5 months. And the next 5 months, you'll be able to do another 4,000 miles. Now, I don't know the exact mileage quotes offhand for getting Alaska status, but once you get that first level of status with Alaska, you can also have that recognized with One World Partners. It would be equal, I believe, to One World, I think it's Ruby. And if you spend enough on rent, up to $50,000 a year, you can probably also get One World Sapphire, depending on how much your rent spend is. Sorry. So if you spend $50,000, you can get 3 times points on up to $50,000, same as the Bilt number for rent, and get more points towards status, get your companion pass, and a number of other things for you on the personal card with Alaska Miles. Now, I believe the same would then be true for other rent associated payments with Bilt. I don't know offhand, but those would be HOA fees, now condo fees, co-op fees, things of that nature. If you can pay for it with your Bilt card, you can pay for it with your Alaska card. You're just going to pay that 3% fee. That 3% fee is like paying 1 penny per point for Alaska Miles. But considering how hard it is to buy Alaska Miles or transfer Alaska Miles, buying them, it's usually about 1.7 cents per point if it's a really good sale. So this is just buying Alaska Miles for a penny a point on your rent. There you go. Now your rent spend on your Alaska card will not count toward Bilt status either, but if you link your Alaska card to Alaska Dining and Bilt and your Bilt wallet and Bilt Dining, all of that spend will count toward your status spend with Bilt and will grant you extra Bilt points as well. Your rent spend is also going to give you 250 Bilt points if you pay with that credit card. So there you go. This is the beginnings of that relationship. I'm sure we're going to see something similar with Hilton in the next couple of months, but that is now live with Alaska Airlines, so should be good. I'll have more on this if I see other partners doing this sort of thing. If Hilton jumps in, I'm sure Marriott might jump in. And if Marriott jumps in and Hilton jumps in, well, guess who else is going to have to jump in? Well, IHG, and then maybe someone else. If you know, you know. So we're going to close there for the moment. I'm sure I'm going to talk about this more soon because Bilt just continues to do big things. So we're going to close on United Airlines. Not typically a carrier I talk about, but United has announced that they're closing out 2 seasonal routes. This is kind of trivial for me to report about, but hey, it's there. It's a travel piece. Why not? They are ending their Los Angeles to Brisbane and Los Angeles to Auckland. United still services those cities, San Francisco. So if you are planning on traveling across the country and using United to travel to Auckland or Brisbane, you can still do so. You just have to make your positioning flight San Francisco instead of LA. Not the biggest of deals. And you can still fly to plenty of other locations from LAX on United. I believe Sydney is still covered and a number of other major cities in the South Pacific. But yeah, so that's going to do it for Tidbits today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do, hit the like button, hit subscribe as we are continuing our push to 1,000. And on Thursdays, if you want to get more in-depth coverage on the sort of tidbits that I cover through the week, definitely check out Travel on Everyday Spending. He's going to be doing one this Thursday, the 16th of May, and he does one every Thursday night around 7 o'clock. So check him out. Subscribe to his channel if you like what I do. Throw him the shout out. And if you like what I do and want to support me in other ways, check out the pinned comment. Number of ways to support me, whether it's referrals for ink cards, referrals for sapphire cards. I think I have a referral for saver cards in there as well. Check out my Ko-fi, Ko-fi or coffee or buy me coffee. Those will help as well. Every little bit will help, as well as the super thanks button somewhere down here. But for more, you can check out the end card at the end of this video. There'll be like 2 videos over here. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.